Hello, everybody. Thank you so much for tuning in today. My name is Jesse Mayfield-Sheehan. I am coming to you live from Warren Field in Brookline, Massachusetts. Here to bring you today's 18 and under summer baseball contest, courtesy of the Lou Tompkins All-Star League. Here for the second game of the 2022 Tournament of Champions. It is hosting third-seeded Brookline against visiting seventh-seeded Reading Black. We're getting this game right underway. Leading off for Reading Black is their shortstop, number 13, Ben Wright. And he is sending the first pitch he sees out to right, and that's going to drop in right field for a one-pitch single. Apologies for the abrupt start here, but we got a leadoff single for Reading Black from Ben Wright. Now coming to the plate, the center fielder, number 19, Matthew Jones. At the mound for Brookline today is number 6, Jack Martell. First pitch here, it's a hard grounder, gets past third and into left. So 2 pitches, 2 singles, Reading Black coming out attacking. So now runners at first and second. Up comes the Reading Black third baseman, number 12, Colby Robinson. First pitch again, and it's going into left for another single. The pace of this is absolutely insane. 3 pitches, 3 singles. They've made contact with every pitch. Got no time to blink here as already the bases loaded. Up to the plate, the first baseman, number 14, Ryan Mulvey. And the first pitch in there for strike one. So we got the first pitch that doesn't result in contact. It'll be an 0-1 count to Mulvey. And this pitch lifted out to left. It's going to be caught out and left by Silverman, but the runner is going to tag and come home for the first run of the game on a sac fly. Just like that, Reading Black first on the board. Off the sacrifice fly by Ryan Mulvey. Now up to the plate, already with a lead before even taking the mound. It is the Reading Black pitcher, number 9, Dom Pucci. First pitch misses inside for ball 1. So Ben Wright comes in to score the game's first run on the sac fly by Ryan Mulvey. Attempted pickoff at second, but Jones dives back safely. Reading Black riding high after an upset win over second-seeded Woburn in the first round of the Tournament of Champions, as this one is fouled off for strike one. That game between Reading Black and Woburn took 2 days to complete. They were tied when the game was called on Monday due to darkness. They finished on Tuesday with Reading Black getting the win on the road. Brookline, meanwhile, won in walk-off fashion against 6th-seeded Medford on Monday, 3-2 on a walk-off double to left center by Andrew Silverman in the bottom of the 7th. So 2 teams that have already had some thrilling playoff contests, and this one's looking thrilling as Martell trying very hard to catch Jones with the pickoff moves, but has not succeeded thus far. Back staring in at Pucci. This one fouled off for strike 2. So for a quick refresher on how the Tournament of Champions works, right now we're in the elimination round. Teams basically play a best of 3, double elimination bracket style. So neither team has lost yet, as that's strike 3, and a throw down to second gets away and into center field, but well backed up. And so that will be out number 2. So now 2 down, runners at first and second. Up comes the second baseman, number 3, Tyler Knoll. First pitch, he hits a high chopper to third, gets past the third baseman, fielded by the shortstop. Long throw to first is going to get away, and a runner is going to come home. A little too aggressive on the throw there, as that was probably good for an infield single either way. But a run comes in. Jones scores on the E6. And just like that, 2-0 in favor of Reading Black. Now at the plate, the left fielder, number 15, Jack Meehan. First pitch misses just outside, ball 1. And now another high hopper over to short, fielded cleanly this time. Throw is low and gets away again. Another E6. As the runner reaches safely, he is grabbing his ankle. This is Jack Meehan. He appears to be wearing number 5 instead of 15, but he's grabbing his ankle after that one. So Meehan reaches on the E6, and just like that, 3 runs in the inning for Reading Black. These two teams faced off twice in the regular season. Both times ended in the same score, 12-2 in favor of Brookline. So already in this first inning, Reading Black has scored more runs than they have in either of their previous games against Brookline. First pitch in there, strike 1. At the plate now for Reading Black is the catcher, number 23, Edward Sanfey. Runner takes off, pitch is fouled off, and that's strike 2. So an 0-2 count to Sanfey. As this one misses, ball 1. Sanfey and Colby Robinson, the only 2 Reading Black players who played in both games during this regular season. They sent 2 very different lineups to the plate in the last 2 contests. As this one comes in high, runner is going to take off, and they're just going to let him take second. So Meehan down to second on the steal. Pitch was high for ball 2, so a 2-2 count. Runners now at second and third. That one curves in. Might have had some help from some good framing from catcher Ben Doctoroff, but that strikeout does end the inning. And what an exciting first frame that was. Going into the bottom of the first, the score, Reading Black 3, Brookline 0. Once again, I am Jesse Mayfield-Sheehan coming to you live from Warren Field in Brookline, Massachusetts. Had a bit of an abrupt start as I got the lineups just a little before the game started, so I was a little late in setting up. But we are live now, so I'm going to very quickly give the lineups for the 2 teams. First, for the Reading Black team that we just saw coming up. You saw most of this order, but leading off for Reading Black, the shortstop, number 13, Ben Wright. Batting second, the center fielder, number 19, Matthew Jones. Batting third and playing third, number 12, Colby Robinson. Batting cleanup, playing first, number 14, Ryan Mulvey. Batting fifth, and now taking the mound for Reading Black, number 9, Dom Pucci. Batting sixth, the second baseman, number 3, Tyler Knoll. Batting 7th, the left fielder, number 5, I guess. He was listed as number 15, but he's wearing number 5. That is Jack Meehan. Batting 8th, the catcher, number 23, Edward Sanfey. And batting 9th, the right fielder, number 11, Will Angelou. So that's the lineup for Red and Black. Now, really quick, I'm going to give the lineup for Brookline as they get ready to take to the plate here in the bottom of the first. Leading off, the extra hitter, number 15, Devin Chin. Batting second, the designated hitter, number 5, Keenan Sawada. Batting third, the left fielder, number 1, Andrew Silverman. Batting cleanup, the first baseman, number 18, Tay Toe. Batting fifth, the third baseman, number 2, Charlie Engelman. Batting sixth, the catcher, number 8, Ben Doctoroff. Batting seventh, the center fielder, number 54, Ryan Kravitz. Batting eighth, the shortstop, number 21, Owen Hoffman. Batting ninth, the pitcher, number 6, Jack Martell. And batting 10th, the right fielder, number 3, Donnell O'Neill. Just playing the field today at second base is number 7, Mayfield-Sheehan. So a couple pitches in. It's a 1-1 count to Devin Chin, as this one's going to come in high for ball 2. Chin in 2 games against Red and Black this season, as he shows bunt and pulls back, and that one's going to be strike 2. In 2 games against Red and Black, he was 5 for 6 with 3 walks, 4 steals, and 4 runs scored. As he makes contact here, hard grounder, but fielded well at first, and Mulvey's just going to take it himself for out number 1. So already, Devin Chin has batted out the same number of times that he did against Red and Black all season. Now coming to the plate for Brookline, the designated hitter, number 5, Keenan Sawada. Fouled off that first pitch for strike 1. And that one's going to be in there for strike 2. Pucci coming out throwing strikes. That one's going to miss for ball 1. Reaches low, and the defensive swing keeps Sawada alive at 1-2. Remember, if you end up enjoying this broadcast, be sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel to stay up to date on all my upcoming live streams, as this one misses outside for ball 2. And if there's anything you'd like to say, I encourage you to say it in the live chat. As Sawada pops this one, it might stay in play. Robinson chasing just over the fence and out of play. That one catches the corner for strike 3. Sawada thought he had ball 3 there, but instead he's down on strikes. So quickly, 2 down, and now at the plate is the hero from last night's game, the left fielder, number 1, Andrew Silverman. This one, he hits a grounder over to third. Well fielded? Timeout called by the official. Is he saying that that went off of the plate or off of Silverman's foot? Is he calling that a foul ball? That's very confusing. Silverman now hits another hard grounder. This one through the legs of the shortstop, and Silverman will reach on the E6. A lot of fielding errors going around early. And now coming to the plate for Brookline, the first baseman, number 18, Tay Toe. First pitch is fouled off for strike 1. My goodness, I had all these stats compiled from these two teams' previous games, but the pitcher is taking so little time between their pitches, I got no time to say anything. Silverman takes off. That pitch missed for a ball, and Silverman takes second base. Two down, now a runner in scoring position. As that pitch also misses for ball two. That one misses as well for ball three. 3-1, the count to toe. Silverman at second, two down here in the bottom of the first. And that's going to be ball four. Brookline making Pucci work to get out of this inning. Now, two runners on. Up comes the third baseman, number 2, Charlie Engelman. First pitch catches the outside corner for strike one. Engelman on Monday came in as a substitute, kind of a pinch hitter, and got Brookline on the board, their first score with an RBI double to left. They're hoping he can get the scoring going again here. Not on that pitch, though, as he takes strike two. Silverman at second, Toe at first, 0-2, the count to Engelman. And they say he just barely managed to check his swing on that one, and that's ball one. Very quickly, the home plate umpire checks with the infield umpire, and he also says he didn't go around. Timeout called. And now Engelman makes contact. It's slow dribbler. Second baseman's chasing it, and he's not going to get there in time. I think Tyler Knoll was trying to cover second or something. I'm not sure what happened there. Or maybe that was one where Mulvey should have gone after it. Either way, an infield single for Charlie Engelman loads the bases. Now up to the plate, the catcher, number 8, Ben Doctoroff. First pitch in there, strike one. Second pitch, strike two. Brief timeout called as Doctoroff now confers with Brookline head coach John Busey. Things getting exciting here in the bottom of the first. The base is now loaded for Brookline, but very quickly Doctoroff trailing in the count here, 0-2. The pitch, and he gets a piece of it just barely to stay alive. And he makes contact, sends it into shallow right, but well tracked by Knoll, and that is going to end the inning. We are through one here at Warren Field in Brookline, Massachusetts. The score through one, Reading Black 3, Brookline 0. Reading Black continuing their run of surprise through this Tournament of Champions. First, their big upset of second-seeded Woburn in the first game, and now here in the second game, they've already outscored each of their two previous games against Brookline, as they each had 2 runs in those first 2 outings against Brookline. Now they've got 3 just in 1 inning. Jack Martell taking back to the mound. After a rough inning, I can now show what his stats were coming into this game. He got the win on Monday after coming on in relief in the 7th inning against Medford. So this now marks his 7th pitching appearance, his 5th start. And before that first inning, he had pitched 20 2/3 innings, a 4-1 pitching record, a 2.37 ERA, a 1.65 WHIP, and 23 strikeouts. And the umpires were talking a bit with Coach Busey and as well with Andrew Silverman. Seems like he was doing something they didn't like while he was at second base. Whatever that was. And meanwhile, Silverman has changed spots defensively. He's moved from left field to shortstop. They've moved Donnell O'Neill from right to left field, and they've put Devin Chin, the starting extra hitter, out in right field. So they've subbed out Owen Hoffman. He had a rough first inning, back-to-back throwing errors. But now here, first pitch at the top of the second. That pitch is in there for strike one. It is the number 9 hitter leading off, the right fielder, number 11, Will Angelou. Next pitch swings and misses, strike 2. So a quick 0-2 count. Swing and a miss, strike 3. 3 quick pitches for the first out of the inning. You know, Martell, he's an experienced veteran, and one shaky inning is not going to keep him from throwing strikes. Now up, the shortstop, number 13, Ben Wright. Back to the top of the order, and this will be ball 1. Wright was one of 3 consecutive hitters that started this game with back-to-back-to-back first-pitch singles. And now back-to-back pitches missing the strike zone to start this off with a 2-0 count. And then a high ball 3. That one is in there for strike 1. And that one's going to miss, ball 4. So Wright draws the free pass. Now coming up with a runner at first and 1 out is the center fielder, number 19, Matthew Jones. First pitch just high, ball 1. Pickoff move, very close, but good reaction by Wright gets him back safely. Now Wright takes off, and the pitch is in the dirt. It's going to be an easy steal for Ben Wright. Now a runner in scoring position. Swing and a miss. Caught Jones chasing high that time. And that is strike 1. And this one is skied out to right. Devin Chin going back. He's got it. Runner's going to tag and head for third. And Brookline tried to make the play, but they weren't going to get there in time. Throw actually bounced off of the back of Ben Wright as he slid into third. So that's 2 down now, and up to the plate comes the third baseman, number 12, Colby Robinson. Robinson, like I said, one of just 2 Red and Black players who played in both games in the regular season, as he takes strike 1 there. Through those 2 regular season games against Brookline, Robinson was 1 for 5 with a sac fly and an RBI. This one in the dirt, and it deflects away from Doctoroff. Play at the plate is not going to come in time, and the wild pitch scores run number 4 for Red and Black. Red and Black has now scored as many runs in this game as they have against Brookline all season. You never know what you're going to get in playoff baseball. 1-1 the count to Colby Robinson. This one is fouled off for strike 2. Reaches out and pops it up, and Silverman chases it onto the outfield grass for out number 3. So a slightly less eventful top of the second, but Red and Black still continues to add to their score. As we head into the bottom of the second, it is a 4-0 lead in Red and Black's advantage. So we are now between innings. I'll now try and catch up on the few live chats that we've gotten early in this one. We got a couple from Barbara Jo Metzger. Come on, Brookline, and go Keenan Sawada. And go Jesse, you're the best. Thank you, Barbara. I appreciate that. Always good to see you tuning in. And then from one of the Brookline players who unfortunately suffered an injury on Monday's contest, unable to play. Fans would recognize him out on the field if he were wearing his signature number 12. That is Justin Liu. Putting a message in the live chat, let's go, fellas. Justin, glad to see you watching. Glad to see you supporting your teammates. And I hope you get well soon, man. That was rough. For those of you who didn't see on Monday, he hurt his fingers on a pitch that came inside, so far inside that I think it hit his fingers when he actually hit the ball. So that was a rough one for him. So he's sitting out today. Don't know what his status is long term, but we certainly wish him the best. Coming up for Brookline now, the center fielder, number 54, Ryan Kravitz. Kravitz slices the first pitch he sees into the infield, and it's going to be caught by the shortstop for out number 1. So 1 pitch, 1 out. Pucci's got to like that one on the mound. And now coming up, now the extra hitter, number 21, Owen Hoffman, as he takes strike 1. Chases the high heat there, strike 2. And gets him with the high heat again, strike 3. 2 perfectly placed high heat pitches there from Dom Pucci. That's exactly where you want it, just above the chest level, just where a clean swing isn't going to reach, but the batter is still going to think it's a good pitch. Now, first pitch gets past the Brookline pitcher, number 6, Jack Martell. And he skies this one into shallow center. Shortstop coming back and makes the grab. Almost a collision there with the center fielder. But just a clean catch there for out number 3. We are through 2 here at Warren Field. The score, Reading Black 4, Brookline 0. So a very quick inning there for Dom Pucci. Just 6 pitches to get through the bottom of the second. And now with the deficit growing, Jack Martell takes to the mound for his 3rd inning of work. It's been a rough couple of innings. He's given up 4 runs, although only 2 of them earned. But still, it's a rough position to be in. Due up will be the 4, 5, 6 hitters, Mulvey, Pucci, and Knoll. Warm-up throws are done, and now coming to the plate for Reading Black, the first baseman, number 14, Ryan Mulvey. During the regular season, Mulvey only played in the second game against Brookline, the one that was played out in Reading. He went 0 for 4 in that game, but now he's coming into this one. So far, 0 for 0 with a sac fly and an RBI. First pitch, hard crack past the pitcher, over to second, fielded by Sheehan and thrown to first for a quick 1-pitch out. Now coming up to the plate, the pitcher, number 9, Dom Pucci. First pitch swung on and missed, strike 1. Pucci went down on strikes his last time up back in the first inning. And he just looks at that one for ball 1. That one misses outside, ball 2. Pucci also only played in the second game. He had a very productive game out in Reading. 2 for 3 with a double and a run scored, but there he swings and misses for strike 2. Chases it low. It's dropped by Doctoroff, but he's going to pick it up and throw to first. And that's going to be out number 2. Pucci down on strikes once again. So maybe not as productive a day offensively, but so far on the mound, he's got to be pretty happy with how things are going. 2 down here on the top of the third. Up comes the second baseman, number 3, Tyler Knoll. First pitch high and through the glove of Doctoroff for ball 1. Knoll, his last time up, he got an infield single, and then a throwing error allowed a run to come in. Swung on and missed there for strike 1. As he takes one just high for ball 2. Fouls this one off for strike 2. Knoll, another player that only played in the second game out in Reading during the regular season. In that game, he was 1 for 2 with a double, a walk, and a run scored. Swung on and missed there, strike 3. Martell settling in. Gets his first shutout inning. That's got to feel pretty good after the rough first couple of innings. Oh my gosh. Sorry about that. I'm gonna had a slight technical difficulty there. I forgot to switch on Do Not Disturb on my phone, so when a spam call comes in, it messes up the camera. It's my fault there, folks, but thankfully it happened between innings. Coming up for Brookline in the bottom of the third, it'll be the 10-1-2 hitters, O'Neill, Chin, and Sawada. Pucci back on the mound for his third inning of work. He did a good job escaping the jam in the first inning. And then in the second inning, he got things done very efficiently. Just 6 pitches was all he needed to get out of that second inning. Now here in the third, he'll be facing off against the second time through the lineup. Leading off for Brookline, the left fielder, number 3, Donnell O'Neill. O'Neill only played in the first game between these two, which was played here in Brookline. He was 0 for 1 in that game with a walk and a run scored. Takes strike 1 there. Gets contact, and that's just barely caught by Mulvey. Good chase there. Knoll was backing him up, but it could have been a weird play to make in the infield had he not snagged that one. So that'll be first out. Now coming up for Brookline, the right fielder, number 15, Devin Chin. Shows bunt, pulls back. Ball 1. Red and black looking for the bunt from Chin all the way. He's sort of turned that into his signature play here this season, as he takes an outside ball 2 there. In the first inning, Chin grounded out to first. It's only the second time in 9 plate appearances against Red and black this year that he had not reached first base safely. On that one, he takes strike 1. Shows bunt, pulls back, ball 3. 3-1 now, the count to Chin. Shows bunt, pulls back. Strike 2. Full count now to Chin. And he catches him for strike 3. Pucci does well to come back on the hitter there from the 3-ball count and get him down on strikes. Now at the plate, the designated hitter, number 5, Keenan Sawada. He takes strike 1. He was showing bunt there as well. Sawada, another capable bunter for Brookline, as he takes strike 2. Last time up, Sawada went down on strikes. He's trying not to do it again here with an 0-2 count. Makes contact, and that's going to go foul up the third base line. Sawada stays alive at 0-2. Reaches out and fouls it off again. Still 0-2. That one is low for ball 1. Timeout called. They reset. And Sawada fouls one off again to stay alive at 1-2. Sawada hits a dribbler over to second, scooped up, thrown, and got him in time for out number 3. Brookline goes down in order for the second straight inning. And after 3 innings, the score remains Red and Black 4, Brookline 0. Martell back on the mound for Brookline for his 4th inning of work. He will be facing the 7, 8, 9 hitters. Meehan, Sanfie, and Angelou. Some more stuff in the live chat from Peter QB24. Hi, Jesse. Come on, Brookline. And also in response to Justin Liu from earlier, heal up well, Justin. So good to see the Brookline faithful active here in the live chat today. Now as we start the 4th inning, leading off is number 5, the left fielder, Jack Meehan. Chases that high pitch for strike 1. Last time up, he reached on an E6. And now he hits a grounder, stabbed at by Martell, and he underhands it to first. Using all of his length there to snag that one. And that'll be out number 1. Now at the plate, the catcher, number 23, Edward Sanfie. First pitch is sliced into foul territory and just out of play. Swing and a miss there, strike 2. Quick 0-2 count to Sanfie. Last time up, he struck out to end the 1st inning as that pitch misses for ball 1. A timeout still called. Weird pause there. Sanfie, the other player along with Colby Robinson, who played in both games against Brookline, as that pitch misses inside ball 2. During the regular season against Brookline, Sanfie was 0 for 6, but had 2 RBI, as he takes high ball 3 there. So he drove in half of Red and Black's 4 regular season runs, as he now takes ball 4. Sanfie battles back from the 0-2 count to draw a walk. Now coming up, the right fielder, number 11, Will Angelou. First pitch is a strike, throw down to second, just slides under the tag. Very close there. Sanfie didn't have the best break on the ball, but the throw down to second skipped in high, which meant a longer way down on the tag from Mayfield-Sheehan at second, and Sanfie just slid under it. Swung on and missed, strike 2 to Angelou. Angelou, his last time up, he led off the 2nd inning with a strikeout, and he goes down on strikes again. 3 pitches, 3 strikes. 2nd out in the inning. Excuse me. Now back up to the plate, the shortstop, number 13, Ben Wright. Swings and misses for strike 1. And now he fouls that one off. Wright has scored half of his team's runs today. He is 1 for 1 with a single and a walk. 1 stolen base, and he's scored twice. Once on a sac fly, once on a wild pitch. This one skips in the dirt, well covered by Doctoroff, and Sanfie holds. That will be ball 1. Wright also played in the first game between these two in Brookline and had a stellar day. 3 for 3 with 2 doubles, 2 steals, and 2 runs scored. So he's already matched his runs scored total from the regular season game. We'll see what he does here with a 1-2 count. Martell steps off and goes for the pickoff attempt. Nothing doing there. That pitch coming high and inside for ball 2. 2-2, the count to Wright. He fouls this one off, and that's going to go out of play. Wright stays alive at 2-2. Reaches low, hits a hard grounder, but right at Sheehan for the 4-3 ground out to end the inning. So after a shaky start, Martell seems to be settling in at the mound for Brookline. The question is, can the offense come back? As we head into the bottom of the 4th, the score remains Reading Black 4, Brookline 0. Pucci back on the mound for Reading Black. He's been having a great game so far. 3 shutout innings to start. Only 1 base hit to show for it, and that was that weird infield single by Engelman that just went into a bit of no man's land on the infield dirt. Other than that, a walk and a reach on error are the only other base runners that Brookline has had. Past 2 innings, it's been 1-2-3, 1-2-3. This inning, he'll be facing the heart of the order, 3, 4, and 5, with Silverman, Toe, and Engelman. Now, these are the only 3 hitters that have reached base for Brookline so far today. But we'll see what they do this time in their second at-bat against Pucci. Leading off for Brookline here in the bottom of the 4th, the shortstop, number 1, Andrew Silverman. Silverman reached on an E6 his last time up. He got all the way to 3rd but was left stranded. First pitch, strike 1. Silverman sends this one high, foul in left field. Left fielder chasing it. Oh my God! Jack Meehan, the guy who nicked his ankle running to first back in the 1st inning. It even still looked hobbled when he was going out to left at the start of this inning. And yet he makes a catch like that. My goodness. 1 down in the inning, and now up for Brookline, the first baseman, number 18, Tay Toe. First pitch in there, strike 1. That one misses, ball 1. Last time up, Toe drew a walk, got all the way to 2nd, but was left stranded. That one's also going to miss, ball 2. Toe calls timeout. now steps back in the box. As that one's going to miss for ball 3. Fouls off this one, strike 2. Payoff pitch. Misses, ball 4. Toe draws his second walk of the day. Trots down to first with 1 out. Up comes the third baseman, number 2, Charlie Engelman. First pitch, and he launches it out to left center. That's going to be a clean single. Charlie Engelman with his second hit of the day, and just like that, 2 runners on with 1 out. Up comes the catcher, number 8, Ben Doktoroff. Doktoroff, his last time up, he popped out to second. As he takes strike 1 here. That last time up, he left the bases loaded to end the first inning. Hoping to do something more this time. Hard grounder right back to the pitcher. This might be 2. Throw down to second, on to first. Not in time for the double play. Doktoroff legs it out to keep it a fielder's choice. And so that's going to be 2 down. And now coming up, the center fielder, number 54, Ryan Kravitz. Toe now 90 feet from the plate. First pitch, Doktoroff takes off, and he takes second easily. The pitch itself was a called strike. So second and third now for Kravitz. Last time up, he popped out to short as he takes ball 1 there. 1-1 the count. Toe at third, Doktoroff at second. Pucci steps off the rubber. That one's going to miss for ball 2. And I think I heard someone cheering for Avery, so I think this might be number 17, Avery Melton. It is, and he hits a hard grounder, but fielded cleanly at short and thrown to first, and that ends the inning. So the pinch hit strategy does not come through for Brookline. And after 4, Brookline still trails Red and Black 4-0. Now here at this 4th intermission, I'd like to take a moment for a local charity spotlight. I'd like to talk to you about the Brookline Education Foundation. The Brookline Education Foundation raises funds to help promote growth and innovation among Brookline educators, growth that can then be passed on to the children of this community. For over 40 years, this foundation has given out a variety of grants across the educational landscape. These include Idea Lab grants for teachers that want to present their students with new and exciting projects, and teacher grants for educators that want to further develop their own skills to bring to the classroom. Many initiatives which have become staples in the public schools of Brookline started as BEF grants. They support literacy education training, new methods in STEM education, project-based learning, mentoring of new principals and superintendents, and collaborative work around diversity, equity, and inclusion, just to name a few. Visit brooklinefoundation.org or call 232-3846 to find out how you can help support our town's educators and through them, our students. Once again, that's brooklinefoundation.org or call 617-232-3846. And remember, as always, you can find all the information you need about the Brookline Education Foundation down in the description section below. First pitch fouled off up the third base line here in the top of the fifth inning. Leading off for Reading Black is the center fielder, number 19, Matthew Jones. That pitch is going to miss for ball one. This one is fouled off for strike two. Jones 1 for 2 with a run scored so far today as he takes high ball two. That one catches the outside corner for strike three. Now at the plate, the third baseman, number 12, Colby Robinson. First pitch, and he slices it foul and out of play for strike one. Robinson, just like Jones before him, is 1 for 2 today with a run scored. Swung on and missed there for strike two. Slightly different delivery from Martell on that pitch. I wonder if he was trying to throw off Robinson, or if he just lost his balance. But either way, that's two straight misses. 2-2 now the count. And that one misses for ball three. And that one's coming in high for ball four. I think that's the second time today that Martell has gone up 0-2 and then gone on to give up a walk. Now at the plate is the first baseman, number 14, Ryan Mulvey, as he takes ball one. Mulvey 0 for 1 today with a sac fly and an RBI. As he slices this one foul for strike one. And they're trading baseballs here. Reaches out, hits one that bounces over the mound, pick up at second, thrown to first. The double play ends the inning. A grounder right to the second base bag, and Mayfield-Sheehan takes advantage. To collect the inning-ending double play. We go into the bottom of the fifth. Reading Black still leads Brookline 4-0. Due up for Brookline is the bottom of the order, the 8, 9, 10 hitters, Hoffman, Martell, and O'Neill. Pucci back on the mound for his fifth inning of work. He is already, after 4 innings pitched, he is now the pitcher on credit for the win today if there are no lead changes. As you know, a starting pitcher has to pitch at least 4 innings in order to be considered for the win credit. Now coming up, we've got another pinch hitter for Brookline here, batting in place of Owen Hoffman is going to be number 22, Elias Brendel. First pitch swung on and missed, strike one. Another swing and a miss, strike two. As you can see from the stats down below, Brendel didn't have too many plate appearances during the regular season, as he takes that one for ball one. And he gets thrown off with the curve there, strike three. So one down here in the bottom of the fifth, excuse me. Now at the plate for Brookline, the pitcher, number 6, Jack Martell. First pitch comes inside for ball one. And that one hits him. You heard that one crack right off the batting helmet. And Martell takes first base on the hit by pitch. A brief check on Martell just to satisfy protocols. Whenever a kid gets hit in the head, you always double and triple check and everything. Now he's having a chat with his head coach, John Busey. And he will be on first, and we've got another pinch hitter. This one in place of Donnell O'Neill. I think this might be number 9, Alex Min. And indeed, it will be number 9, Alex Min. And I have absolutely no hitting stats I can show you for Alex Min, because this is his first plate appearance of the summer. First pitch in for strike one. And Pucci steps off the rubber. One out. Martell leading off from first, as that one is going to miss for ball one. Alex Min has missed much of this summer season due to injury and illness. Oh, that hit him! Oh, it's another hit by pitch. Red and Black asked for a review. They went to the infield ump, but he said the same thing. Didn't swing. Took the hit by pitch, and now Min goes to second, and he'll be replaced by O'Neill, who he was pinch hitting for. So it'll be runners at first and second with one down for number 15, Devin Chin. Shows bunt, lays down the bunt up the third base line. Pitcher chasing it, and he's not going to get anybody. The third baseman was covering third to account for Martell, the lead runner. But instead, that's going to load the bases. Brookline with a big chance here. Bases loaded, one out. But Pucci has gotten out of a bases-loaded jam before. At the plate, the designated hitter, number 5, Keenan Sawada. First pitch, grounder, through the gap. That's up the middle into center field. They're going to send in one and hold all the rest. Sawada, the RBI single up the middle, scores Jack Martell, and Brookline is on the board. Now the meat of the order coming up for Brookline, starting with number 1, Andrew Silverman. First pitch, and he launches it deep out to right. Outfielders on their horse. They're not going to get it. The runners off to the races. Silverman takes 2. 2 runners come in. Devin Chin held up at second for about as long as he could, just to make sure. That's a credit to the outfielders for making it look like a potential flyout for that long. And that might have actually saved them a run. But Andrew Silverman cracking the bat once again, a 2-run double to make this a 1-run ball game. Coach Sheehan. Thank you. At the plate now with what I believe is a 1-1 count is the first baseman, number 18, Tae-To. Swings and misses there. That'll make it 1-2. Tying run at third. Go-ahead run at second. And that one misses for ball 2. Brookline trying to complete the comeback here. Brief timeout called. And there's a hit. That's fair. That's going up the left field line. Brookline's taking the lead. Tae-To down to second with the tying / go-ahead double. Tae-To had 2 RBI all regular season, and he matches that number with 1 swing of the bat right there. Sawada and Silverman both come in on that play, and just like that, the script has been completely flipped. Brookline was trailing 4-0 coming into this inning, and now they lead Red and Black 5-4. And if there's one guy I feel bad for in this situation, it's Dom Pucci. I mean, he has been doing a stellar pitching job through the first 4 innings. Just to have things fall apart here in the 5th. At the plate now for Brookline is number 2, Charlie Engelman. Engelman right at the third baseman. Good snag by Colby Robinson. If that had got past him, nobody would have given him an error. But he makes the snag there and robs Engelman of a hit. Now 2 down, up comes the catcher, number 8, Ben Doctoroff, and he skies one out to left center. Outfielder on their horse, not going to be caught. This is bringing in another run. In comes Tae-To as Doctoroff slides in with an RBI double. His first extra base hit of the year. Clutch time for Brookline, and that's going to be another hit by pitch as Melton will trot down to first, and I think this is going to be the end of the day for Dom Pucci. And again, you've got to feel for the guy because, I mean, really, this was a good pitching day for him, a really good pitching day for him through 4 innings. And, you know, it's kind of the agony of being a pitcher at any level of baseball is all it takes is one bad inning to go from a great pitching outing to a lousy pitching outing. It's not fair, but it's baseball. So that will be the end of the day for Dom Pucci, as Ben Wright will take over on the mound for Red and Black. So mark it as 4 2/3 innings pitched for Dom Pucci. 6 runs allowed. He leaves 2 inherited runners. So if they both score, it will be credited to him. All runs earned, no errors in this inning. A thrilling comeback for Brookline. And now they have officially cycled around, as coming back to the plate, the man who led off this 5th inning with a strikeout, number 22, Elias Brendel. Now up in a very different situation with Doctoroff at second and Melton at first. Wright's first pitch, and Brendel hits a grounder. That's going to get past the first baseman into right. That is going to score Doctoroff, and Brendel's going to go for 2. Elias Brendel with his first hit of the summer, and it's an RBI double. The hit parade continues for Brookline. And now coming up to the plate, the man who started the rally with a hit-by pitch, swinging and missing at that first pitch. It is the pitcher for Brookline, number 6, Jack Martell. Second and third, here with 2 outs, as that pitch misses outside for ball 1. That one's going to miss low for ball 2. Martell cracks it, but this looks like it's just going to be a flyout. Center fielder tracking it, and he's got it. The inning finally ends, but Martell can't be too disappointed with that, as he has now gone from the pitcher on credit for the loss to the pitcher on credit for the win in a matter of 1/2 inning. Through 5 here at Warren Field, it's a completely different ball game after that inning. The score going into the 6th, Brookline 7, Red and Black 4. To recap that absolutely insane inning, after a leadoff strikeout by Elias Brendel, Jack Martell was hit by a pitch. Then Alex Min, in his first plate appearance of the summer, was hit by a pitch. Devin Chin came up with a bunt single to load the bases. And then Keenan Sawada got the scoring started with a single up the middle that got past the pulled-in infield. Then Andrew Silverman really got things going with a huge double, a towering double to right center that brought in both that brought in pinch runner Donnell O'Neill and Devin Chin to make it a 1-run ball game. And then Tay Toe, he of only 2 RBI for the entire regular season, matched that total with 2 runs driven in on a double down the left field line to not just tie, but take the lead for Brookline, making it 5-4. 2 batters later, Ben Doctoroff, his first extra base hit of the summer, with a double to left center to bring in another run. Then after Avery Melton was hit by a pitch to put runners at first and second, Elias Brendel came back up and got his first hit of the summer with a double down the first base line to drive in one last run and make it 7-4. What an inning. First pitch at the top of the 6th is going to miss for ball 1. At the plate, number 9, Dom Pucci. Chases that one for strike 1. That one in there, strike 2. This one skips in the dirt for ball 2. Martell has really given some testers here for Ben Doctoroff, the Brookline catcher. He's probably seen some of the craziest ricochets that he's ever had to deal with as a catcher here today. But luckily this one with no runners on. This one is fouled off into the tennis courts as Pucci stays alive at 2-2. Chases that one low for strike 3. That's out number 1. Now up to the plate, number 3, Tyler Knoll. That pitch misses high, ball 1. This one is going to be sliced foul and out of play for strike 1. And that one is going to miss for ball 2. This one is also chopped foul for strike 2. Two and 2 the count. Makes hard contact here. That's going to drop fair in right field. And this one might go for extra bases. Knoll's going to race down to second. This might be close, but the throw gets away. A one-out double down the right field line for Tyler Knoll. That was almost a play at second. I was flashing back to Brookline's great throwout of Medford's Ryan Dyer at third back on Monday, but that throw was off the mark. Hard crack of the bat here is going to go into the outfield. That's going to go to the gap, and this is going to bring in Knoll. An RBI single for Jack Meehan. Redding Black is not going to go quietly. And this might be the end of the day for Jack Martell. I mean, he's put up a valiant effort after that shaky start in the first couple of innings. And it looks like they are going to bring in a reliever. So Martell goes 5 1/3. If there are no lead changes, he will be the pitcher on credit for the win. And let's see who they bring in as their new pitcher. It looks like they're going to send Devin Chin back out to right field, which is where Elias Brendel was playing. Martell is usually a guy they like to have in the infield. So we'll see where they put him. Typically, he's a shortstop, but he does have the height to play first. But it looks like they're going to put Elias Brendel at first. And it looks like their relief pitcher wasn't ready, so they're sticking with Martell for now. So after all that, no pitching change yet. As due up is the catcher, number 23, Edward Sanfie, with a runner on first and his team only down by 2. First pitch is going to miss for ball 1. Martell checking on the runner at first. Throwing. Catches the outside corner, strike 1. 1-1 now the count. This one fouled off for strike 2. 1-2 the count, 1 down here in the 6th. Pickoff throw, not quick enough as Meehan dives back. Now the runner takes off, swung on and missed, strike 3, throw down to second! Oh, he dodged the tag! Jack Meehan with the effort there, just barely avoiding the double play. John Busey coming out. I think he wants to challenge that call or at least ask about it. I don't think he's going to get an overturn here. And indeed he isn't. But, you know, one thing you can always say about Coach John Busey, you know, sometimes he debates calls, but he always does it in such a calm and respectful manner that it's like they're never going to throw him out for that. First pitch comes in high, ball 1. Up at the plate, the right fielder, number 11, Will Angelou. Runner at second, 2 down. Swung on and missed there, strike 1. That one's going to miss outside, ball 2. That one's going to miss for ball 3. The tying run is at the plate and now has a 3-ball count. Swung on and missed, strike 2. Full count, 2 out here on the top of the 6th for Angelou. Ooh, just missed. Ball 4. You could tell Doctoroff did not like that call, but nothing you can do. It's the ump's call. And now this might be the end of the day for Jack Martell. He almost got himself out of the inning despite the call for a sub a couple of batters ago. Was 1 strike away, but just couldn't get it in there. Now taking over on the mound for Brookline will be number 18, Tay Toe. So you can see on your screen now the pitching stats so far this season for Tae-To. Up to this point, he's appeared in 2 games with 1 start, has a 1-1 record through 4 innings pitched with a 7.00 ERA, a 2.50 whip, and 3 strikeouts. First batter he'll be facing is the leadoff hitter, number 13, Ben Wright. Wright, the relief pitcher in his own sense, coming up with the tying run at first, and he fouls one off for strike 1. So Martell moves to short, and Andrew Silverman moves, I think, out to center. And this one is fouled off as well. One and two the count. This is a big situation for Tae-To as a reliever. That one's going to miss inside, ball 2. And he rockets this one out to center. Silverman going back, and he's got it. Tae-To comes in and gets the out he needed, thanks in part to some good tracking out in center field by Andrew Silverman. Brookline escapes the jam and maintains the lead. As we go into the bottom of the 6th inning, the score, Brookline 7, Reading Black 5. We got some happy comments from the Brookline faithful in the live chat. Peter QB24 with the all caps, all right, with 3 exclamation marks after that comeback from Brookline in the bottom of the 5th. And then from Kim Chung-sik, good to see Alex Min. And I agree. You know, Alex Min, he hasn't had much chance to play this summer, but he's taken full advantage of the few chances he's gotten. You know, it may have been on a hit by pitch, but he was part of that comeback rally back in the 5th. And of course, we all remember in the regular season finale at Waltham, he had a stellar relief effort, 2 shutout innings to shut the door. And I believe he actually got the only save from a Brookline reliever all summer so far. Now we head into the bottom of the 6th of this game, though. Ben Wright back on the mound. And it's going to be the 10-1-2 hitters, so it's going to be O'Neill, Chin, and Sawada. So looks like that'll be Alex Min's only plate appearance today, as he pinch hit for O'Neill, and then O'Neill pinch ran for Min. So now O'Neill just back in the batting order. So now leading off here this inning, number 3, Donnell O'Neill. First pitch in there, strike 1. Swing and a miss, strike 2. That one's going to miss outside for ball 1. O'Neill chops it high, And it's being tracked over at second base and caught by Mulvey for out number 1. Now coming up with 1 out, and the base is empty. Number 15, Devin Chin, shows bunt, pulls back, and that's strike 1. It's crazy. Like, all the fielders know that Chin is going for a bunt like every time he's at the plate. But not this time as he swings, lifts it out to center, but it's going to be tracked and caught easily by Jones for out number 2. Now at the plate, number 5, Keenan Sawada. He shows bunt and pulls back for ball 1. Sawada, of course, a huge part of that 5th inning rally. He had the first RBI. Shows bunt, pulls back, ball 2. That one is also going to miss. 3-0. And that one in there, strike 1. That one's going to miss. Ball 4. So Sawada draws the 2-out walk. And now coming up to the plate, the Silver Slugger himself, number 1, Andrew Silverman. Silverman slices it. It's into shallow right. It's being chased, and they just couldn't reach it. It was a good effort from Ryan Mulvey on the chase there, but just ever so slightly out of his reach. Silverman gets to stay alive at 0-1. Sawada takes off. They have him. Great throw from Edward Sanfie behind the plate. And that's going to end the bottom of the 6th. And Reading Black sounds pumped as we get ready for the final inning of regulation. As we head into the 7th inning, the score still Brookline 7, Reading Black 5. Tay-To coming back on the mound for his 7th inning of work. If he can close it out, he will be just the 2nd Brookline reliever this summer to get a save. He's going to have to get past the 2, 3, 4 hitters for Reading Black, Jones, Robinson, and Mulvey. And now, as we head into the final inning, I missed my chance to explain how this tournament works earlier in the game because of how fast everything was moving. This is a double elimination, double advancement tournament. And what that means is if you win 2 games, you're in the semifinals. So the winner of this game automatically goes to the semifinals this weekend, which I believe is scheduled to be played on Saturday at Victory Field in Watertown. Now, if you lose, whoever loses this game is not out of the tournament because they will only have lost 1 time. They will get 1 last chance They'll play one more game against one of the two winners coming out of the losers bracket. Because right now there are 4 teams in the winners bracket right now, including these two, and the winner of those 2 games automatically qualify for the semifinals. The losers will play the winners of the 2 games coming out of the losers bracket, and then the winners of those third games are going to go to the semifinals. So in short, win now, go to the semifinals. Lose here, you still got one more chance. Leading off here on the top of the 7th for Reading Black is the center fielder, number 19, Matthew Jones. First pitch from Toe is in for strike 1. That one is high for ball 1. That one in there, strike 2. 1-2 the count. Swing and a miss, strike 3. One down here in the top of the 7th. Now coming up, number 12, Colby Robinson. First pitch swung on and missed, strike 1. And that one also curves in, strike 2. Swung on and missed, strike 3. Toe dealing here in the 7th. Brookline 1 out away from a trip to the semifinals. Coming up for Reading Black, number 14, Ryan Mulvey. First pitch skips in the dirt, ball 1. That one in there, strike 1. That one is going to miss low for ball 2. Fouls this one off, strike 2. Reading Black down to their final strike, but it's far from over. 2-2 pitch. And he chased that one high, but got a piece of it. Perhaps a little overly defensive, but the defensive swing does keep Mulvey alive. Still 2-2. Reaches out and pops this one up. It's into shallow right. Sheehan's calling for it, and he's got it! And Brookline wins! Watertown, here we come. Brookline punches their ticket to the Lou Tompkins Tournament of Champions semifinals. The final score here at Warren Field in Brookline, Massachusetts. Brookline 7, Reading Black 5. Hats off to Brookline for once again making it to the semifinals. All 3 summers that I've had the privilege of covering this team, they have made it at least this far. But you know what? A lot of credit's got to be given to Reading Black as well. I mean, this team came into this tournament as the 7th seed. They put together a brilliant upset victory over Woburn in a game that needed 2 days to complete. You know, knocking the second seed down to the loser's bracket is not nothing. And you know what? They came here against the 3 seed, against a team that beat them by 10 runs in each of their regular season matchups, and they gave them a fight. Not only that, it looked like they were going to win for a while. They had a 4-0 lead going into the bottom of the 5th inning. And even when Brookline came back on them, they didn't lay down. They still put 1 run up to make it that much closer and make a comeback seem quite possible. So hats off to Reading Black, and best of luck to them as they still have one more chance to punch their ticket to the semifinals. They will play one of the 2 winners from the loser's bracket sometime later this week, maybe tomorrow, maybe Friday. But for Brookline, no more games until Saturday, as they have already qualified for the semifinals. I am Jesse Mayfield-Sheehan. Before I recap this game, just a reminder, if you enjoyed this broadcast, be sure to hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel to stay up to date on all my upcoming live streams. I plan on continuing to cover this Brookline team's push through the playoffs, which will include their matchup in the semifinals on Saturday. If it is, in fact, in Watertown, it might be a little rough on the live stream because the Wi-Fi out there is typically not that great, but I'm going to do my best. But regardless, you'll want to stay tuned for that, and subscribing to the channel sure can help. If you got anything to say after the live stream is over, we've got a few last comments from the Brookline faithful here in the live chat from Barbara Joe Metzger, way to go Brookline, and from Peter QB, cool comeback Brookline, and from Kim Chung Sik, wow, punch the semifinal ticket, go Brookline. But as the stream is about to end, if there's anything you'd like to say after the stream is over, you can say it down in the comment section down below. Also down below, check out the description section of this video where you can find all the information you need about our local charity spotlight for today, the Brookline Education Foundation. Find out more about how you can support this town's educators and through them, our students. And of course, check out the bottom right corner of your screen. You can see the URL to my personal website, jessesports.com. You can find out more about me, the services that I provide, and how you can commission those services for your favorite team or player. Below that, my email address, jgms88@gmail.com. If you just want to contact me directly, that's totally cool too. Right below that is the URL to my Instagram account, where I post highlights from previous live streams, and boy howdy has Brookline given us a highlight-filled postseason so far. Let's recap the action that we just witnessed here today. Starting off in the top of the first, Reading Black came out like a firecracker. 3 straight one-pitch singles to start the game and load the bases. Ryan Mulvey got the scoring started with a sac fly to left to drive in Ben Wright. 2 batters later, Tyler Knoll reached on an infield single to short, and then a throwing error by the shortstop allowed Matthew Jones to come around third and score Reading Black's 2nd run. Then after that, Jack Meehan reached on another E6. That brought in Colby Robinson for Reading Black's 3rd run. And Reading Black jumped out to an early 3-0 lead in the very first inning. In the bottom of the first, Brookline was able to load the bases off a reach-on error, a walk, and an infield single, but they couldn't do anything with it and left them stranded. In the top of the second, Wright got to work once again. He drew a 1-out walk, stole second, advanced to third on a flyout, and then came in to score on a wild pitch. And just like that, Reading Black was leading 4-0. In the bottom of the second, Brookline went down in order. In the top of the third, Reading Black went down in order. In the bottom of the third, Brookline went down in order. We had a bit of a pitcher's duel going. In the top of the fourth, Reading Black got a runner as far as second, but couldn't get any further. In the bottom of the fourth, Brookline got runners to first and third. Actually, they got runners to second and third, but left them stranded. In the top of the fifth, Reading Black got a runner on first, but then a 4-3 double play ended the inning. And then finally, after all that, in the bottom of the fifth is when the scoring got started up again. Jack Martell got a one-out hit-by-pitch. Alex Min, his first plate appearance of the summer, he drew a hit-by-pitch after pinch hitting for Donnell O'Neill. Then O'Neill took over for him as a pinch runner. Devin Chin laid down a bunt single to load the bases. And then Keenan Sawada got the scoring started. He hit a single up the middle, taking advantage of a drawn-in infield to drive in Martell for Brookline's first run. Then Andrew Silverman followed that up with a towering double to right center. That brought in both O'Neill and Chin to make it a one-run ball game at 4-3. And then Tae-To, who only had 2 RBI throughout the regular season, he stepped up big with a double down the left field line to drive into and give Brookline the 5-4 lead as he brought in Sawada and Silverman from second and third. 2 batters later, Ben Doctoroff, whose slugging percentage has always been the same as his batting average with no extra base hits, he got a double to left center to bring in To and make it 6-4, a very important insurance run. And then 2 batters later, Elias Brendel, who had no hits in his limited action this summer, he got a double down the first base line to drive in Doctoroff and make it 7-4 before the inning finally came to a close, with Brookline up 7-4. But in the top of the 6th, Red and Black refused to lay down. A one-out double down the right field line by Tyler Knoll got things started, and then an RBI single to left center by Jack Meehan made it a 2-run ball game at 7-5. Brookline got the work going in their bullpen, but had to leave Jack Martell in the game. He managed to get 1 more out, but could not get the 3rd out before Tae-To was brought in relief. Jack Martell will still be credited with the win on the mound today. To got a crucial 3rd out despite 2 runners on. The tying run was on first, but he drew a flyout to end the inning. Brookline got 1 runner on first in the bottom of the 6th, but that runner was caught stealing to end the inning. But then in the top of the 7th, Tae-To took care of business. 2 strikeouts and a pop-out to end it in the top of the 7th. Your final score, Brookline 7, Red and Black 5. Jack Martell earns his 5th win on the mound this season between regular and postseason combined. He has been the winning pitcher for Brookline in both of their games so far after his relief efforts on Monday. And Tae-To, in his 3rd pitching appearance of the summer, collects his 1st save and only the 2nd save by a Brookline reliever all summer, as he did a stellar job pitching an inning and a third of shutout baseball. Brookline on to the semifinals on Saturday. But for tonight, I am Jesse Mayfield-Sheehan from Warren Field in Brookline, Massachusetts. For the last time, the final score, Brookline 7, Red and Black 5. Thank you all so much for tuning in, and have a good night.